Hey YouTube, Ray here again. Smoking Castello Fiamatta. This is a Virginia Perique flake. Plain and simple. You know, certain, vapors, as they're called, Virginia Periques, vapors like English blends. Oftentimes, it's very hard to distinguish the difference between one and the other. You would literally have to be smoking them side by side, at the same time in order to be able to, figure out where they differ. But for the most part, just one blends into the other, and unfortunately, that's what this is. Castello Fiamatta, honestly, it's a Virginia Perique. It's a good Virginia Perique, but does it have a wow factor? It does not. So let's get into it. What am I tasting? Well, you know, um, I think one thing to keep in mind here is that Castello, as far as I know, it's Cornell and Deal uh, blend. It's blended by Cornell and Deal, and the Virginias here are, they're very reminiscent of the offerings that Cornell and Deal mainly, use and put in a lot of their blends. Um, the Perique itself is it's there, it's lending spice to the mix, but you know, I can't say it's really opening up. Mm. Getting back to the Virginias, you can taste the Virginias, but the Virginias are, for the most part, grassy. Um, no, they're not very sweet. They have a kind of like a very leafy taste, grassy taste. Um, Now, the Perique, on the other hand, it it is there, constant, and it does blend very well with the Virginia, but it falls short as well in taste. It lends spice, but there is no real sweetness here, which is something you come to expect from a Virginia Perique, to have a little bit of it. Perhaps maybe that's what makes this something different and something great in some people's eyes. But for me, it just it falls short of what it could be. Maybe it'll change with with age, but I if it is going to change with age, it's not gonna be a couple of weeks or anything like that. Now it's going to be a couple of months, maybe a year before, I don't know if it will mature, um, or before more than anything, I think before it mellows out, because even the Perique here is, it's lending spice, but the spice is a little, you know it's too harsh, too upfront. It's not mellow like Perique can do, when it's well aged. You Again, the Virginias are, they're at times they can be bitter, a little bit, um, very temperamental, like a lot of Cornell and Deal's Virginias, very temperamental. You you can't just put this in, stuff this in your pipe and start smoking. Nah, you can't. You have to take your time. You have to, let it breathe. Don't puff on it too aggressively, otherwise you're going to burn it out. And that's about it. I mean, is it a good blend? Yeah, it's a good blend. I'm not, I don't hate it. Will I ever buy it again? Absolutely not. Because, and like I said, there's just better out there. And if there's not better, you know, there's other blends that are just like it that I already have, plenty of. So that's the only reason why. Do I recommend it? You know, I'm going to say yes, but I would recommend this to someone who's just getting into Perique. That's who I would recommend it for, primarily. I mean, hey, I'm not saying you shouldn't go out there and buy it. If you want to buy it. But my recommendation would be to somebody who's just trying to get into Perique, to try maybe sample what Perique can do, and then continue on to see how much better Perique can get, as well as Virginia's. And my pipe's out. Castello, Fiamatta. Alright, compadres. Oh, that's it for me. As always, thank you for watching, if you still are. Goodbye, con Dios.